Mac Buckley here with the UCCS Athletic Network. Here we have head coach Lynn Plett of the women's basketball team. Coach, just reflecting on last night's game, it was 88-68 final score against Regis. Definitely a different turn of events that time around. Also, looking at those turnovers, only allowed 8. How was that? That was a big difference maker in that game. How are you going to carry that success into tonight against Chadron State?
Well, hopefully the intensity and the positionally defensive positions that we had in most cases was really good last night. So I'm hoping that we can carry that through and be consistent with that on the defensive end too. And the energy was really good, which I can't imagine we won't have pretty good energy tonight with the last home game and being a senior night. So hopefully we'll just pick up where we left off and continue to play as well as we did last night.
What's going to be the difference in tonight's game as far as that physicality there under the glass and just getting those offensive rebounds?
Well, they're not quite as post-oriented probably as Regis was. It's going to be much more of – Regis was much more of a half-court offense and ran their half-court offense really well. So it was our objective last night was to get up and down the floor and make it more of a up-tempo style of game. Chadron on the other side is okay with running. They're fine with running up and down the floor. I think we have more depth than they do, though. So hopefully we can outrun them and get them a little bit fatigued. And because we're not going to slow down, we're going to still try to push the tempo as much as we possibly can. But the other side of it is when we get that opportunity to set a half-court offense, we need to take advantage of our the mismatches that are there. We have more size than they do a little bit at the basket, and so we're going to have to still be effective at getting the ball inside when we have that opportunity to. But again, it's still the important thing is that we control the tempo of the game and not our opponents.
And Coach, taking a look, going on a win streak right now with 4 in a row, then taking a look at your opponents who have been on a losing streak now with 3. We've talked, taking it one game at a time, but how much does that momentum build after those, 4 games getting wins straight in a row like that?
Well, it's hard to say because we haven't. Realistically, if you look at the conference in general, really the most consistent team, without a doubt, was Pueblo because they've been, up until last night, they hadn't lost a game, and a lot of those games weren't even close. And so they've been the epitome of consistency in the conference. We, as well as other teams, have, we played well at times, and we really haven't maybe withstood that, obviously, for 22 conference games, and so we can't count on that being there. What we can hopefully count on is that we're going to play hard every game, and so we got to do that, and we've got to make sure that we're taking good shots, which in most cases we have been. And so I think we need to combine that defense with the offense, and if we can do that on a consistent basis, then we will be able to be consistent.
Coach, talk about that consistency a little bit. Last time when you were facing Chadron on the road, you only allowed 19 points in that first half. The second half was a little bit different. That third and fourth quarter, also a big difference. Kind of flip-flop with you, scoring more points in the third and then Chadron coming out in the fourth. What's it going to be like here tonight in Gallagher Event Center with that fourth quarter playing, as you say, Coach, keeping the electricity on for all 40 minutes?
Well, I think they're playing better, obviously, than they did at the beginning of the year when we faced them the first time. And they were predominantly a zone defensive team at that time, and they're playing a lot more man-to-man. They're pushing the ball up. I think they're playing, even though maybe their record doesn't show it, I think they're playing with a little bit more confidence than they did early in the year too. So we were actually fortunate to get into a big lead at their place, and honestly we were able to play a lot of different people, and especially in that fourth quarter. And so I think we're going to have to take care of business, because I'm not sure it's going to be that kind of situation tonight, because number one, they're better than they were before, so they're going to be a lot more competitive, I think, than what they were the first time.
Well, there you have it from head coach Lynn Plett of the women's basketball team pregame interview before the upcoming game tonight against Chadron State. Mac Buckley here with the UCCS Athletic Network. Coach, thank you so much for your time this morning, and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks, Mac.
Thank you so much.